During the 20th century Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union existed as isolated economic blocs, maintaining separate financial systems and trading almost nothing with each other. The modern rivalry between the US and China operates under fundamentally different conditions. Currently, the United States is prioritizing its domestic industry. The 2025 National Security Strategy pivots toward a transactional, protectionist economic approach, using tariffs to counter Chinese influence and rebuild American manufacturing capacity. Beijing has adopted a reciprocal stance. Under Premier Li Qiang, China's 15th five-year plan mandates total technological self-sufficiency, an effort to insulate the country from Western sanctions. Despite these political mandates to pull apart, both nations remain trapped. Their economies are too deeply entangled to separate without risking mutual destruction. The modern battlefield lives within the layers of our physical and digital devices, a system known as the global tech stack. Control over these critical choke points determines the victor of the new Cold War. At the base of the tech stack are rare earth elements, or REEs. REEs are a group of 17 chemical elements essential for high-tech manufacturing, found in everything from electric vehicles to F-35 fighter jets. This data visualization shows a massive vulnerability in the global supply chain. While these minerals are mined worldwide, China controls 90% of global refining and processing capacity. Beijing weaponized this bottleneck in 2025. In response to Western technology embargoes, China implemented strict export quotas and restrictions on these critical minerals. Before a single line of code is written or a microchip is printed, China holds foundational leverage over the physical hardware of the future. Moving up from raw earth to the nanometer scale, advanced microchips, specifically 2 and 3 nanometer nodes, serve as the critical processing bottleneck for the global economy. The semiconductor industry is geographically split. While the US dominates chip design, it relies on overseas manufacturing for 85% of its fabrication. To protect this vulnerability, the US implemented sweeping export controls, severing the flow of advanced equipment and AI chips to China. China is countering with massive state subsidies. They are funding domestic fabrication startups to bypass the US blockade and achieve manufacturing independence. The semiconductor supply chain is a contested choke point. Any disruption at this layer can paralyze global technological development. At the software layer, we find the brain of the stack, artificial intelligence, and big data. These applications serve as the fuel that powers the hardware below. The US strategy relies on capital-intensive proprietary AI models. China is pursuing an asymmetric approach, focusing on highly efficient open-source architectures. This chart shows the 2025 DeepSeek R1 breakthrough. DeepSeek R1 is a Chinese-developed AI model designed for elite performance with extreme computational efficiency, allowing China to match US capabilities using fewer hardware resources. Hardware embargoes cannot fully contain digital innovation. The AI race proves that software can effectively route around physical geopolitical borders. Dominance in the tech stack directly funds and powers physical military capability. The PLA, or People's Liberation Army, is the principal military force of China, and its modernization is accelerating. In 2025, the PLA conducted a record 3,764 air incursions into Taiwan's ADIZ. An ADZ, or Air Defense Identification Zone, is a self-declared area where a state monitors foreign aircraft to prevent security threats. In the South China Sea, Beijing conducted 163 gray zone operations, including clashes at the Scarborough Shoal. These are coercive measures that stop just short of open warfare. The abstract digital rivalry in the tech stack has immediate and dangerous consequences for the balance of power in the Pacific. The Western response is centering on AUKUS Pillar 2, a joint initiative between the US, the UK, and Australia. Pillar 2 focuses on collaborative development at the upper layers of the stack, specifically targeting quantum computing, advanced artificial intelligence, and next-gen cyber capabilities. Despite these military and technological blocks, the physical global supply chain remains inextricably linked. Thousands of containers move between these rivals every day. Total decoupling is a myth. Success in the new Cold War depends on mastering and securing the interdependent global machine.